I remember having a very robust conversation with a friend of mine. She's a CEO in the extractive industry. She works in the extractive industry. And she said, "Hey, Mr. Speaker, I've been seeing your content back to back. They make sense. And I agree with you that irrespective of of the field, CEO, founder, executive, C-suite, individual, whatever it is, we need to assert ourselves as authorities in our industry and, of course, regarding our organizations." She said, "No, for me, first of all, I like my privacy, but that's a conversation for another day. However, there is a conflict between the kind of content I would love to put out based on who I think I am, as opposed to now." So she's not a founder. She's a CEO, but she's not a founder. So she has a board and she was a CEO that was employed. So she said there's a conflict between what I want to put out and what my bosses would want me to put out. What they want me to put out when I put it out is not stuff I would want to see. Do you get? Because it's not really what I want. And we had this whole back and forth. I went about explaining to her how important it is, talking about CEOs in Africa that are leveraging on it. She was like, "Oh, wow, yeah, I see the light better." So I need to still go back and reconcile both. But what I can tell you, if you're in that category, is there are many things that have to do with your industry that you can talk about while you're trying to make up your mind. Because sometimes if you don't jump in, your brain won't kick in terms of thinking of, okay, maybe I can tweak my content this way or that way. Yeah. So you could talk about regulations, government regulations. It has to do with your field. You could talk about industry standards. You could talk about best practices. You could talk about how people can get into that industry, maybe from a low barrier entry point of view. You could start from there. When you start from there, trust me, just like me and any other person, you start thinking of other ways with which you can tweak your content. And probably you discover, like that, my friend, that there may not be so much of a difference between who you are, what you want to put out, and the kind of content that your bosses want you to put out. Start trying it out today and let's talk. If you have any other concerns, drop them in the comment section. I'll be glad to respond to you. My name is Mr. Speaker, and I endorse this message.